Before everyone runs out, yesterday we spoke about the fire in the coffee shop. We spoke about how one of the workers asked me so beautifully, and we say so beautifully because that's the way workers are supposed to be taught, because if they go and they play with the fire, it can mess everything up. But there's two quick conditions about Bishul Akum. If anyone ever wondered, if we learned that if a guy cooks food for you, you're not allowed to eat it, so why are you allowed to go buy a cup of coffee from anywhere? Okay, barring the Starbucks, if there is an issue, there isn't an issue. Let's leave all that to the side. But the actual coffee, why are you allowed to go buy a cup of coffee from McDonald's? Okay, barring the Maris Ayin issue and everything else, why are you allowed to go buy? Why on the airplane? Why are you allowed to drink coffee? The guy went and lit the fire and boiled up the water. We never heard of someone having a Jew come and turn on the fire by the water of the coffee. So why are you allowed to drink a simple cup of coffee from a non-Jew? And the answer is that there's two conditions for something to be considered Bishul Akum. And if these conditions are not met, the guy could cook it all day and night. And these conditions are, if an item is eaten raw, ne'echol chai, then if the guy cooks it, it's not Bishul Akum. Water, the quintessential item, I believe that's eaten raw. And therefore, if a guy cooks you up water, you're still allowed to drink it. And number two is that it has to be an item that is oila al shulchan malachim. It has to be an item with chashivas, an item with importance, an item that they would serve to the king, to the president, to the queen. So even though a cup of coffee might be chashiv, but since it's something which is ne'echol chai, you eat it raw, therefore the guy could go and he could cook it from today into tomorrow, and there's never going to be an issue of Bishul Akum. What's your problem?
Coffee is not chai?
The water. Oh, very good. So inquiring minds are wondering, what do you mean? What about the beans? No one eats raw coffee beans? So maybe people chew on them and whatnot. And the answer is, says the Shevet HaLevi, is the same reason why beer. How do we drink beer? Beer is the same problem. No one ever heard of going to the Heineken factory. They're definitely having a brewery over there. There's definitely heat. How does that work? And the answer is, because what is beer? What is water? In the words of the Shevet HaLevi, no one should get insulted. It's just dirty water. That's all it is that the hops, the coffee bean, everything else gets subsumed by the overwhelming majority of water. And therefore, ostensibly, what are you drinking? A cup of tea is the same way. You're drinking water. Flavored water. It might be flavored very good. It might cost a lot of money, different items. But that is the reason why coffee and tea and the like, and this is also the reason why many snacks, most Paiskim, Rabelsky will say, for example, maybe Ramosha argues, but Rabelsky held that all snacks are not a problem of Bishul Akum. Why not? Because you don't serve snacks on the king's table. So some people here are wondering, maybe it depends on the king, maybe it depends on the president, but the point of the story is, the detail is it something that's chashiv? So you want to say that snacks are not, whether potato chips are included in this or not. This was a world war between Rabelsky and Moshe Feinstein, but we'll leave that for now. But what we learned so far is the two incredible halachas of Bishul Akum. Is that number one, if a Jew turns on the fire, the guy could transfer the fire, light another fire. The pilot light, it's always called Bishul Yisrael and it's going to be kosher. But if the guy does it on his own, the guy lights the fire and makes a simple anything in your kitchen, the food is treif and the pot is treif and everything is a problem. And number two is, but it has to be a food that is not eaten raw and a food that is served on the king's table in order for it to be included in these halachas. Have a wonderful evening.